dreaming. And long for your touch, darling. You can say I'm not a fool, and I don't know. Oh, snap. Good morning. Clear the sleepiest way. Ugh. The bed looks so comfy. It's a chair, but cute. It is so comfy. It's my favorite chair. This is my little quiet, safe space that I like to come to. I did just wake up, Wade, and not only did I just wake up, but I looked at my clock and it said 5:58, and I was like, "Yep, it's time to get up." And that's one of my favorite parts about getting in a routine. I love routines. I know I don't have my diagnosis for autism yet, but my being craves routine and structure. But then my ADHD craves spontaneity and hates structure. So it's really rough. But I love when this part of me is leading. You're having a blood fusion and it's helping you. Dangerous man, I just started. Hello. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. I wanted to talk about something, but I didn't want to talk about it until I recognize anybody at least. But, what's up, nuts? What's up? I'm not that big on routine because I feel like it can set up to feel. You know what? I love this you say that way. I just, I came across, she's also ADHD, and she was talking about her routines, and like every once in a while, I'll come across somebody, and hopefully this doesn't get lost in translation. Okay, I'm gonna have to change the chat because it's just going so fast. She has like 3 routines. She has like, if you're feeling the best you would ever feel, like today, waking up, I was like, oh heck yeah, let's do this. And then she also has a like medium energy, like I'm feeling like poo a little bit routine. And then she has a, yeah, I'm not doing anything today type of routine, like a low maintenance routine. So I'm thinking maybe I'll try to figure out what that would be for me. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna change this chat moderation because this is a little bit serious. I do want to address something. Okay, we're gonna go 5 minutes. There we go, there we go. Yeah, so yesterday, lately I've been experiencing coming to work and there kind of being a lot of drama. I don't like drama, 1, and 2, I have this assumption that when I have a friend, I have a freaking friend, you know what I mean? And I really like and value friendship. Like, it's a big deal to me. And I don't make friends very often. Like, there's a lot of people that interact with me and maybe want to get like close, but I'm really slow to get close to people because I value relationships, and I think a friend to everybody is a friend to nobody. That's just one of my top sayings. And so it's been my friend that's like writing like notes of like what I'm doing. I don't know. They seem like maybe there was some type of animosity in them, but a lot of the time I will say like, oh, that's just me. Like I'm just tripping, you know. Um, it's got to be me because that's my friend. Why would my friend be being mean to me? But yesterday I got a note on I didn't just get a note yesterday. Yesterday I got like a paragraph, and it's written like each of these notes is written in a place where everybody, like my boss and like anybody else that's working there can see it. And basically it was like um it said it was like, yeah, while you're turning these cans live streaming all the time, you should check the expiration dates or something because I found all of these expired cans. And I was floored, one, because I don't live stream at work. I've already been talked to about that. And it was interesting because I kept getting talked to about certain things, and I was like, I don't I don't understand why I'm being like singled out about these things because I'm definitely gassing out. Like I'm my foot is through the freaking floor right now. I'm trying so hard. And I haven't been live streaming at work, you know? So that was, um, I didn't understand. And so I was like, I don't get this. I don't like pettiness. I know I'm a girl, but I really don't like it. So I just texted her and was like, hey, what's with the snotty note? You know, we all do that. We all turn the can. So technically, like everybody would have missed what you're saying that I missed. And she was like, no, we don't all just do that. We all do other jobs, and there's a whole lot more work to do than yoga. And I was like, because I do post like a yoga, like a little clip of me doing yoga at my job. At the end of the night, after, like, I've started to try to develop routines that work for me and that help me out. So after all of my work, running my little tiny behind off, I'm sorry, it's not that tiny, but I take 10 to 15 minutes to do a tiny bit of yoga and I film it because I don't have a ton of content these days to like uh like I don't have enough time to go, ooh, that's one I have in my mind. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna create that. I'm literally at this point busting my butt. I'm sorry. I'm moving around a lot and I'm just putting my phone up and going play. I'm getting back late to everybody. I'm having to schedule time to hang out with my children, and I do have some fun scheduled for tomorrow, but it is with a purpose to film content, finish my journal, and also to celebrate the fact that I'm really hitting goals off my list, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Um, so this distraught me yesterday. I was really distraught about this, and I was like, kind of like, and I don't like admitting that, but I was. And yes, it is Plan 3, and that's where I'm getting with this story. Uh, Life is too short, isn't it? I can remember at least one moment of every year of my life, believe it or not, and I find it incredibly short. I'm 25, but even if one has lived a lot, that life's brief. It is Plan 3, and if you're not very cautious with your being, then you you do start to like the trauma can really mess up with your memories. There's full years I don't remember now. I've experienced a lot of trauma, and it's taken some of my short-term memory. I am working on that and reversing that, but it is difficult. Um, so I'm upset about this, right? And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, I really just don't understand. Um, and I feel myself wanting to talk about it. I feel myself wanting to talk about it. I'm frustrated. I'm like, man, can you believe this? That's like how I'm feeling, right? And I tell myself, do not bring this up when these people ask you how you're doing and your day, because these people do not deserve, after a long day of working their butt off, these men coming in dirty and, just to get their little bit of beer. They're coming in just to get their stuff and to go home and to do it all again tomorrow. Yeah, she does have something personal, but again, that's just leading to what I'm actually getting to. Um, and so all of my customers are my regular customers, but my regular customer comes in and he is limping in, and he's very different from the majority of most of my customers, because most of my customers is like beer, cigarettes, candy. This gentleman comes in, and the only thing this gentleman ever gets, he barely ever talks to me. He comes in, he's like a cowboy. He comes in, sometimes he has a cowboy hat, sometimes he doesn't. Um, and he gets a string cheese, a tea, usually like between 1 and 3 teas, 1 and 3 or 4 teas. Double tap the screen, you guys. Double tap the screen. Um, so I try not to ask people personal questions beyond how was your day, unless they feel like sharing. No, I don't have a crush. I don't have a crush at all. There's no crush in this at all. Um, I'm just describing. I'm telling a story, Wade. Um, Stick with me, all right? Stick with me. Where I'm going somewhere here. Um, he barely ever talks to me from start to finish of our transaction, and I've learned how to deal with. There are a couple people and men like that I drop my mask for immediately, because I don't. There's no need for it. It's just, I ring your stuff up, I tell you the price, I tell you have a good day, you nod at me, and you leave. Um, but I look at him and I say, "How are you doing?" And he says, "Do you really want to know the truth?" And I say, "I felt it." And I was like, "Yeah, tell me, what happened?" Because he's limping. And this man starts talking, and he's like about 4 minutes in, and he's telling me about, "Hi, Justin. Hi." He's 4 minutes in, and he's telling me that he thought he had a pinched nerve, and so he went to go get a massage a couple weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago. He gets a massage. It doesn't really help. He's still feeling that sciatic pain. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning. Hi. And he's still in pain. So he's like doing stretching. He's trying to stretch and stuff. He goes to the doctors, uh, and they give him something. He goes home. He goes to the ER. Uh, he comes back. He starts feeling like pain in his kidney, and so they do like this like scan where they put ink or something in his body, like a CAT scan. And he's like, "Great, this is just great. I have a kidney stone." And so he's like sitting there waiting for the doctor to come on, and he's like, "What's up, doc?" And like, "I got a kidney stone." Like I said, the story was like 5 minutes in. He had a lot more detail than I'm giving. Again, this is the most I've heard this man speak since I've ever interacted with him. And he goes, "What, I got a kidney stone?" I'm talking about a regular customer. Prior to this, I was saying that there's like some really petty drama that was really grinding my gears and affecting me. And I was like, inside of me, I was like, "I can't believe this girl, she's being petty, she's being mean, she doesn't like me, she's talking bad about me, she's trying to make me look bad." That was like my being I was feeling before I was talking to this man who was explaining to me his situation. And he looks at the doctor, he says, "I got a kidney stone." And the doctor looks at him and he says, "I wish." And he goes, tell me straight, doctor, what's up?" And he says he has cancer in his hips, in his groin, in his kidneys, in his lungs, in his all of his major organs. And he says he found out yesterday, and he's trying to wrap his mind around whether he's going to get the get on some type of medication. He said there's nothing that he can do. It's a really aggressive cancer, and it's spreading really aggressively throughout his body. And I was like, what do you mean? You're literally one of the, I could count on my hand how many people come in here and buy healthy things. Like, how? You don't you don't drink, you don't smoke. Um, and he says his daughter's coming up here, and he's, having to decide whether he's going to, um, keep spending money to try to, you know, prolong it. There's nothing you can do. That's what he kept saying. There's nothing you can do. Like, this is it. Like, I have a couple months to live, if that. Um, Even if they were to be able to help one of his organs, like, it's in all of his major organs, they're all shutting down slowly. His kidneys shut down. And his daughter's coming up to decide with him whether he's going to try the treatment. And he's like, they just want money. They know I'm going to die. They just want money from me. How old would I say he is? Um, I would say he's maybe in his 40s. Um, he looks really young to me. He has red hair, and I can see it's all still, red. Um, so he's got either having them prolong his life and taking all his money, or just, he said, working out, trying to live as healthy as he can, and retaining a little bit of muscle, and yeah, just living his life a little bit better. Yeah. This is really all I could do. And I was just like, all I can do is listen and pray for him. But it sounds so overwhelming that all I could do was listen. I didn't have anything to say. He didn't really have much to say. I could tell he was in shock. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, I gave him his laptop. I'm not letting it get me down, Wade. It was just a big jolt. Hi, Trey. To reality for me as well, because life is too short. Here I'm over here worried about something petty. I'm letting myself get worked up over something petty, and this man just was told he has only a couple months to live. Really, we all could just, we don't know how long we get. We don't know if we get a couple. Yeah, I mean, John, I was like, that's what I think I would want to do, is to just enjoy every day of my life. Um, I don't know if I would want to go to the doctors and sit in the hospital and deal with that for the last days of my life. I think I would just want to go, I would probably disappear into the nature with whoever I could steal away for a little bit. That Steve does another lover. He's only trying to survive, even though he knows he's going to die any day. Given his condition, he's still young, so it's even more bro don't try. Yeah, he is really young. Yeah. But yeah, life is too short, especially to worry about, petty stuff. Oh, shoot. Son, it's 6:24, babe. You gotta get up. you gotta appreciate every moment for sure. Hi, Gabo. Time for school. Yeah, you know, bro. You're literally not even on the bed yet. Get up. I was already up. Okay. Huh? Okay. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But yeah, that was the last second that I felt like, you know, the like, what, I don't really care when my friend doesn't like me. That's not my friend anymore, you know. But, it was awkward. Hey, baby. I gotta tell you something. You ready for school, bro? Yeah. Okay. Good morning, good morning. Your power's at 3%. One believes in a different existence after death, but it's hard and uncertain anyway. We embrace this life. Amen. You need breakfast to bed, Tower. So what's up, dude? Nothing. That was the chair. Don't anybody try to play me. Yeah, God can turn it around. And even in that moment, I was like, don't believe doctors. We could pray about this. This could change. These things could be different tomorrow. But also, I didn't want to say anything stupid like I felt like telling somebody that when they just found out that they are for sure gonna die. But again, like, don't listen to doctors when they give you a final stamp, because you know how many people I've spoken and met with that had final stamps of you're not gonna live and lived. people that have had miracles. So yeah, I was like, okay, we'll pray for a miracle for this man on our own time, away from everybody. Um, he doesn't seem like a churchgoer. But yeah. 6:31, baby. 6:31. I'm not Jordan. You just really missed a lot of important parts of the story. Yeah. Eat a banana, Egan. Yeah, I know people that have, beat cancer and fought really hard and are still around today. It just, it baffled me. But we've been racing around. We haven't had any time to do our Wade. Definitely don't expect things like that. There's certain things that are hereditary in my family too, and you can't do that. You cannot expect things. Do not call things onto you. You need to, by any means necessary, claim good things, healing, all that type of stuff into your life. It's important. Words have power. So let that be the last time that you even let your all the thoughts you think aren't your thoughts. Yeah, amen, Adam. But can I just give you guys a hand clap? Thanks for 10K, you guys. Thanks for 10K. Yeah, again, that pettiness almost like tried to pull the rug out from under me. I just hit 10K like right before that too. So I was like, so much. I'm starting work right now, Wade. That's what I'm doing in this chair. I just wanted to come on here and share those things. I felt like they were relevant. I felt like they were relevant, you know? And it also isn't my business to be going around going, hey, this man has cancer. But I also was like, all the people that came in like, well, today's okay. Today sucks. Today's whatever. I was like, man, this last dude just told me he's about to die. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Skillet. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we gotta celebrate. It's important that we celebrate. I didn't feel like, whoa, 10K, yeah. Felt just like 1K. Go to work. Hi, Iron. Have a great day. I literally just popped in when you said that. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. I was just telling a couple stories, and they're all extreme, and then throwing in the 10K in there, you know. I have no idea where Dad put your Chromebook. Let me go look. Did you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking, man. Just checking. It's my job, you know. Thanks for sharing. You made my study break meaningful. You're welcome, Wade. You're welcome. Yeah, I hope that, you know, for anybody that did hear the stories, that it does, it is a little reality check. I am definitely gonna hold that man in my heart. I'm gonna remember him forever, even though our interactions were just ever so brief. They were always like, you know, I could tell hi, how's your day? How are you doing today? You have a great day. Definitely wasn't how to meet that man. That man that was not the way to meet that man. That man was very straight shooter at cowboy. He just wanted his stuff. I gave him his stuff. You know, I love that I didn't have to mask when he came around. And sometimes I feel like there's more meaning and more, like it's just more genuine when I don't have to mask when I interact with somebody. And it's just like, have a good day. You're here for what you're here for. I'm here for what I'm here for. Have a great day. But yeah, definitely made me like, I'm like, don't blurt it out. Don't blurt that out when the next person tells you about that they had a crappy day, because you don't know what's behind there. It's okay. It was whatever. And I don't know what's behind everybody's thing because they don't all share with me. But I do, you know, for as long as I am able to be in the place that I am, you know, just behind the counter as some random stranger cashier, I do think it is important for me because people will share things with me like that that's very heavy that they wouldn't even tell a friend, you know. Sometimes that's how things work. I've been that person on that other side of the counter too. I love you, baby.
Love you.
Have a great day.
You too.
That's probably the most shocking diagnosis the doctors can give you, and sometimes it seems to increase frequent and be increasingly frequent. I've met a lot of people with some of them survived. It's tough. Yeah, yeah. You know, and then he was like, yeah, what are like what? I survive and I lose this, that, and the next, you know? I just can tell he was very, you know, and I do feel bad and guilty that I did not offer to pray with him, and I should have. It was just so jarring. And I should have prayed with him. That's something I could have done. And the next time I do see him, I will ask him if I can pray with him. It's my only regret from yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, if I walked in and saw you. Yeah. Anyways, guys. Good morning, good morning. I can't believe we've been on here for 36 minutes. That was a long little story time. I know I was thinking about Scarlett though. I was like, I should tell people less things about me. I should talk less. I can't believe you know, I really thought that was my friend. And that was the other thing about the whole friend, you know, thing is that's why another reason why I'm really slow to make relationships, because it wasn't just our relationship. It wasn't just our relationship. Our kids are friends. You know, when her kid comes in, my whole being lights up and I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna say his name anymore, just out of respect, you know, but usually that's like a name that I'm frequently saying because we're we're cool, we're close. In my, probably not from his perspective because he's just a little kid, but when I see him, I'm like, I'm that kid's second mom. You know, that was to me how I felt. Um, so, you know, then before he even came in, I was like, well, dang, like, what does this mean for that relationship, that little baby, you know, relationship, you know? What does that mean? And, you know, when people talk or have anything to say negative about him or things like that, I'm like, I better not talk to you, you better watch your mother now. You better stop talking about that little boy. um, and I'm like, well, great. Do I tell my kid that he can't hang out with him now? Do I not trust this kid because he could, have ill intent in him, just like his mother? Um, do you ever pop up on little man at school? No, don't talk less. Just talk to people who are going to respect you when you're down or up, happy or sad, friends are there for a reason, and friends for a season. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm sure she's just jealous of my perceived success on social media, which is sucky. The amount of people that have seen a number next to my name and then treated me differently or tried to befriend me or talk to me. Yeah, but so the boy came in yesterday, and because I was like, I wonder if her family's gonna come into the store now because this is the store. Now you've made it awkward not just for you, but you've made it awkward for your adult daughter. You made it awkward for all the people you talk crap about with. You made it awkward for your man. You made it awkward for your son. And now when they come in, instead of this cool, regular freaking interaction, daily interaction, now this is how they're all coming into me. Yeah. You can't even look at me? That's sad. Well, I'm gonna look at you, and it's okay. I'm not gonna hold your mother's BS against you, That I didn't know how I was gonna handle it when he came in, but he did come in, and he literally he had his little hat on, his little cowboy hat, and he was like this. I was like, and he couldn't even look at me. I was like, dang, that sucks. I wonder what it feels like to be that kid, and to know like your mom's probably like she's horrible. She's this and that, And mind you, you've met me a billion times, and all I've done is try to feed you, be nice to you, offer your mom things. Like that's the reality that's on the other side of that counter. And so when I saw him unable to talk to me or look at me, I just was like, Cheyenne, what that mom did and said has nothing to do with that little boy. Don't you dare. So I just was like, how is your day? I'm like, how's your bike? I know you got a new dirt bike. I brought this boy's dirt bike. He instantly, anything that was in his mind left. He was like, oh, I haven't got to ride it yet, but it's tomorrow my brakes and this is coming. And he just came to life. And I was just like, I got goosebumps. But yeah, that sucks. It sucks. But that's why I am really, especially, it's hard to, oh, you missed a lot. I can't really recap it. The weight wouldn't be in the stories if I recapped it like that. But yeah, it's hard to make relationships, even friendships, when you have kids. Because it hurts a lot more, for me anyways. Like an adult relationship and finding out that adults are like sucky, like that's whatever. Oh, an adult is sucky and pretended to like me. That's not new. But to have to not be cool with a kid, to have to lose a relationship with a child, it's like I can't have rotating boyfriends. I wouldn't want any even if I had no kids, but I can't have more men coming into my life, like I used to have a brother, I used to have a father, I used to have a lot of strong, men that could interact with my son, and now those are just voids in his life. Is the severing of not being able to be connected with a child that's not yours. It's like, geez, dude. Like, yeah. My daughter be trying to check the lady friends I have. That's so funny, John. That's hilarious. I did too. I remember when I was a kid, I would totally check the women that were around my dad. I would be like, I don't like this one. You tell her to leave immediately. And if he didn't, it was like, oh my God, you don't love me. You know, I would run to the bathroom crying and I would shut the door and I would cry against it and I would just go, leave, 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 leave. And eventually, yeah, like at that point, those girls are gone. Goodbye, sayonara. But my dad always choosing me no matter what, even if it was a little tantrum and I just didn't like want that girl around, you know, and making them leave always, I don't know, it did something for me that I definitely needed. So, and it definitely rocked my whole entire world to be an adult, a full grown adult, and to feel like he chose a woman over me. I feel like whoever my dad was when I was younger, like when he talks about somebody's trying to replace me, somebody's got a clone and they're trying to replace me, and the feds, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, they already did. They already replaced you because you're not my dad. I don't know who you are. My dad would never. What's up, Superman? First thing she asked them is, what's your social media? Oh my gosh. You've got an FBI agent on your hands. That's so good though. That's so good though, because you can tell a lot about somebody from their social media. So that's so funny. She's like, look, Dad, I know that you don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna do the checking for you. Okay. Oh yeah, this isn't the one. Stay away from this one. You're so funny. I was raised with a lot of love in the midst of a ton of chaos. So much chaos. I remember my dad being drunk, passed out on the side of the couch, like totally just schmammered. And it was a wonderful, glorious day for me. I walked up, I kicked him. I was probably like 6, probably like 6. Yeah, I gotta be like, no, I had to be like 5, I believe. I think I was 5 because my sister hadn't been born yet. It was just me. So I kick him and I go, I need money. And he goes to open his wallet and he's like, you know. And so I reach in and I take the money and I start me and then the girlfriend, because he's got this girlfriend at the time, and she's like, oh, I don't think that you were supposed to take that. And I was like, shut up, let's go. And so she there was no masking at this point in my life, no masking at all. And yes, this is still me on the inside. I'm a little boss. I've just learned how to use more words. And so we're on a bicycle, and she's biking me to the store because I want to go buy a video game. I don't have any game systems at this time. So I took like I want to say like $120 out of my dad's wallet. And she was like, I don't know if you were supposed to take the 100. And I'm just like, again, shut up. Got my little ding ding, my little bell. And we ride to, I don't know what store, but we ride to a store. And I buy, for $120, I buy brand new PlayStation 1 and Spyro the Dragon. It was my favorite game. I loved that game. I was totally immersed in video games. I was definitely like that little, and it was amazing. And it is a core memory for me. I will never forget going with this random fucking, excuse my language, I am so sorry, this random girl friend and her trying to be a boss. I don't know what that was about. And getting me my first PlayStation 1 and my video game. So yeah, there was a lot of chaos in my life and stuff, but there was a lot of love, and you know, either I was in control fully because the adults had stepped out of control completely, or I was not in control at all. Everything was flying around and I had to duck and cover. And then there was children, and then I had the 3 siblings not too long after. So like within like 3 years of that, You know, me 8 and 9, I'm over here like, stay under the table, stay in that room. Okay, we're leaving. We're out of here. I'm 8 years old. I'm an adult, obviously. So we're gonna just go explore, and we would always find different parks. Like, we would always find different parks. We would walk miles to find different parks. Me, my little 1-year-old, you know, baby sister, 2-year-old brother, 4-year-old sister, you know, we're just like little ducks just going to find some. Yeah, I would never in my life let my children roam like I did. Anyways, back to work now. This is a lot of stories. It's enough storytelling for today. How's everybody else's day? Anything shocking, or, you know, or not? Anything anybody needs to share or would like to share? I finished everything on my thing, so I just have to write all the details now. I want to do better than I did before, because I felt like before subtitle. A subtitle, I'm thinking, is for, let me look up what that means. And let me make sure that we're still signed in so I don't do all this hard work. Okay. Subtitle. Let's let this at least show you that you don't have to know the meaning of words at all to write a book. Subtitle meaning. We know what it means, but we just want to double check. Captions displaying at the bottom of a movie or television screen that translate to narrative. Okay. Title, published work. Okay, so it's basically like saying, like, this is this. So that's what we didn't have on our last one, which I really wish we would have. Because if you click on it, you don't know. What is before I crash out? What does that even mean? You know, it's a journal. That's what I was supposed to have. So what we are going to do for our journal, we are literally going to go to a already made journal. We're going to look at how they set theirs up on here, and we are going to try to mimic it in our own words, because success leaves clues. If you don't know what that means, I don't know what to say further, but success leaves clues. So if somebody's already done something that you want to do and they're successful at it, just do what they did in your own way. All right. Did the chat die? Like, what's going on? Am I frozen? Is it glitching? Should I end this? It says there's 50 people in here, but not a soul is saying anything, so I can just end it if nobody has anything else to say. There's nothing going on the screen, so I can't tell if it's like glitched out or if everybody's just like, all right, that's it. I don't have nothing else to say. You know? Can somebody double tap the screen? Move, do something. Let me know there is life still in here. All right. 5, 4, 3. Oh, okay. There's people in here. All right. Well, if you guys are just doing what you're doing while I'm doing what I'm doing, that's cool too. So I will continue, and we can just double or body double together. You do you, and I'll do me. Where is it? Okay. The daily breakdown. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I kind of want to play some music, but then I also don't want to get copyrighted. But then I also kind of don't care. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't going to be... I'm struggling. Okay, I need opinion. Okay. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Ah, why? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna show you guys the cover of my book. Is anybody available to give me an opinion on it? I didn't want to post it, a photo on it because I don't want every single person to see it, but I would like to know people's thoughts on it if it's kind of takes away from the reading part of it. Why is this like this? Okay, so I changed the words of this because I don't know. So this is my cover. I'm gonna actually put this up while I finish the writing details. So we will say A and B. I'm gonna put a vote up. Okay. If anybody needs to see it again, I can always just show you, but okay. So we have option A. If you see, it's like a tiny bit like this. It's like a kind of like a, see what I'm saying? This is the regular font. It's kind of, I made it so it's not, it's got a little streaky. It looks a little graffiti-y. Or option B, where this one is like super, super graffitied. It's like the D's are kind of like, but I was like, does that look like Paley Pound? You know, that's where I was like, maybe I don't like that. But I kind of do like that. I feel like, I don't know. But, or this one, or this one. What the heck, where'd the pole go? The heck? Oh, that's sucky. It won't let me do the poll. That's really frustrating. Okay, well, if anybody can just type their thoughts or opinions. This is option A. So if you like option A, put A in the chat. If you like option B, put B in the chat. Move this out of the way. These are the two options. That's Superman's idea. The boombox head. Option A. Option B. All right, we're 57 minutes in. I don't know if the chat, I think maybe the chat can't chat because we can't do a poll, which would lead me to believe that we can't chat either, maybe. So I'm going to be live since it doesn't seem to be working anyways. I don't even know if the emojis, if you've tried to say something is not working, do the emojis. Okay, what? Okay, I can see the likes are still going up. So I am going to just take a guess that 55 people are not being silent right now. They just maybe can't respond. Maybe I'll change it to maybe it's because I did that. Oh wow. I was like, now there's so much chat that I missed. I was like, this is so awkward. Nobody's talking back. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me catch up, you guys. I'm so far behind. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh crap. Let me catch up. Social media is crazy. Superman. Hi, Jamie. Your kids are little. That means that you're completely responsible for them, and you know that actually agreed at work. 120 at 6 years old is diabolical. It was the gray one. Yeah, it was the gray one. I'm not gonna be late for work at 7 in the morning. I'm working on my work. When I say working, I mean the work that I've given myself. No way you're old enough to play Spyro. What? Totally. The original. I'm glad I don't have Reggie knocking on my door like the movie Bad Boys. I have an important exam for my master's tomorrow, but I'm procrastinating. Aw, you're gonna smash it. She's Melanie. She's lived important technology and go to I have. Oh, have a great day. Let me try to do this again. Okay. Should a movie scene of denim. I'm a fan of Spyro as well. Please look at me on front camera, please. Do what I said. I told my daughter. No Reggie knocking on my door. And you got 86 lights. I'm typing. Sure, there's life intelligent. I saw your thing is messing up. Did you see what I'm writing? No, I couldn't see. Hi, I should be sleeping, but well done. I'm like, thank you, Dodge. I really was like, I guess 55 people are just silent right now. That's okay. Option B. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a handful. Okay, let me do the poll again because, oh, snap. The poll works here. Okay, unless you're reading more reading. Okay, we're gonna keep the poll up while I'm doing this. If anybody needs to see them, I will show again while I'm gonna show them again while I'm catching up. So this is option B, A, and B. A is, like I said, A is like a little bit less graffiti. Don't judge my screen, I have to clean it. Option B is more graffiti. The youngest man I would go for would have to be 40. I don't think I could, yeah. I'm one of those, what do you call this? I'm an old soul or whatever you want to call it. And plus, I don't think 40, I think 40 is still really young. But yeah, I'm probably like, my husband probably like 40s, 50s. I just feel it. What type of poll? And I like music if possible. Hi, Angel. The poll is for my journal that I'm creating. I'm creating a journal. This is the journal. Can you edit the D paint? Run slightly, but yay, boombox is cool. Yeah, so that's what I did. This is the same exact font. It's just, I think that this is capitalized, and then this is it. It still looks capitalized, but it's just not running. Yeah, Wade. Yeah, Wade. What? 40 is pretty young, but so funny. First off, let's address the gold digger thing. I literally live in a, okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I already am established in many ways. So whoever I do end up dating would have to be established as much as I am or more than I am. No scrubs, no people that are out wasting their life force, and people that are, in their 20s and 30s don't really think about their future as much as they really should. Can you edit the D? Yeah, the D. Yeah, that's what I did at first, but then I just kept going with it. And there's a maturity level. Somebody said gold digger because I said in their 40s. I literally didn't even mention money at all. Yeah, ain't no gold in the hills. So funny. I literally pay $500 a week on food for my 4 children. Like, I have tons of children. So yes, somebody would have to be, like I said, capable of entering my life and stuff. Does that even matter? Isn't who you fall in love with not so much about money they have? Again, not once did I bring up money. We were talking about age, and I was talking more so about maturity than I was age. But you asked something, the age was asked what the youngest man I would date was. You just need a good dude that can make his own money and just need a huge and happy time, adult time. There are like some men who are in their 40s and they're living the famous midlife crisis. So they want to date a 20-year-old girl, get drunk and high, and do crazy stuff for real. Plan 3, I know this because those men also try to ask me on dates. I know this because I have men that are also in their 50s and 60s trying to ask me on dates, trying to flaunt their real estate and their jobs and their money. So yes, that's stupid to assume that because a man has money that I'm gonna be like, oh yes, we can go on a date because you have money. Like, no, a man with money will try to bait you with his money, and I'm not gonna be baited with your money or with the fact that you're 20 and can last all night. Like, what? So crazy. And I'm also not interested in going on dates with men and their dog. I'm sorry. I don't know where that one is coming from, but I keep getting that offer too. The date offers lately have been out of this world. And but the younger ones, the ones in their 20s and 30s, yeah, 4 kids is a headache. The ones in their 20s and 30s, the way that they're asking me out sounds like, to me, translation sounds like, hey, yo, bitch. That's what it sounds. It's not exactly the words. They're just like, let's hang out, let's watch movies. And I'm like, I'm not gonna Netflix and chill with you, so you can just take that somewhere else. I didn't ask you to Netflix and chill. No, that's exactly what you asked me to do. This is the nicest great grandma on YouTube. I am, aren't I? So funny. You understand. Thanks, Trey. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, there are so many grown guys with money who want to live their dream by becoming playboys. Look, I know because I am out here in these streets. That is like, I am not even interested in dating. I'm not even interested in dating. It was just a question that I answered in the chat. Okay? The hope in that area has long. I have so much that I would rather do that I would have to be asked on a creative date. But I will say, while we're on the topic of dating, um, because we would be great friends. Aw. Yeah, I don't have men friends. And did you have 4 kids by the same dad? That's such a weird, funny question, but yes. I hate that that's like a, I hate that that's like I hear people talking about it, they're like, yeah, she has 2 kids by 2 different dads. Like I see people's face, I'm like, okay, all 4 of mine came from the same dude. I don't feel like that makes it better or worse, but whatever. So you're not into younger guys even for a hookup? I don't hook up. See, that's the thing. I don't hook up. There's no hookups happening. Hookups are not happening. There's there's nothing happening. There's no groping. There's no heavy petting gonna be happening on these dates if I ever do start dating. See, I try to warn people beforehand. I'm boring. I know you see me and you think, man, look at that playgirl or playboy. I don't know, Playboy bunny. Or, I don't know what you think. I don't know what it is, but yeah, dry, dry and prude. Okay, dry and prude. You're not. We're not kissing. Don't ask me to hold my hand. Whoever asks you on a date needs an obstetrician. A couple of them do. You just need my New York Knicks drawing. What do you mean? John, did you put a request in? Anytime, sure. I'm in my early 30s. I get it with what you said. Oh, yeah, you get it, Trey. Yeah. You know, I think when you're in your 30s, you're like, oh, okay, I got to think about this stuff. They didn't tell me to think about this stuff in my 20s, or maybe they did. I was just too fast moving through life. Wanting to grow up. You know, your teens and your 20s, you're like, I got to grow up. I got to but like you hit your 30s, you're like, it's really messed up on both sides. It's messed up in the 30s and the 20s, like, oh, that is wild. And then after, like, the 40s and 50s, it's like, what did you do wrong? Did you learn your lesson? That's really what it is. Like, for the older people, like, in their, like, late 30s, 40s, 50s, is where did their life history and their experiences bring them to? Where did their choices bring them to? Did they learn from them? Are they ready to take the rest of their little bit of life seriously? Or are they just gonna be like that forever and they've accepted their fate? Versus like younger, you know, people that are like either not gonna take their fate, they're gonna become that, or yeah. Anyway, uh, why is the father not around? The father is around. That's so silly to assume that. That's all I ask if he's fine. What's this, a dating site? Angel? I don't know. Yeah, I use Worms for hookups. Exactly. Okay, Luke, I'm gonna put you on a timeout because you just keep saying the same thing. It was like funny the one time, but then obviously you must have just got that from ChatGPT and been like, wow, this is so funny. Oh my gosh. Even in a relationship, oh no, in a relationship, there's definitely kissing and hand holding. In a relationship, kissing and hand holding is not even like, it's mandatory, but I'm not going to be like, this is mandatory. It's just like if we don't have a physical, some type of physical connection, like that's really important. I'm dating for a purpose if I'm going to date, but I am not dating. Respect and loyalty, anything else is extra. Amen. The morning's going so awesome. So you're mentally mature. If you date someone, that someone must match that level of self-awareness. It is difficult, plan 3. Oh my gosh. Exactly. Exactly. I'm over here studying how to become more emotionally intelligent. I'm over here trying to learn from the mistakes I already made and really be careful and cautious and use the better discernment that I have made from making crappy choices. And even my crappy choices are very pretty good crappy choices. They're pretty good, you know. I've been treated pretty well, so it's just got to be better. So, you know, when you know what you want, the circle is very, very small, you know, and it is getting smaller. So somebody's gonna have to fit through. It's like I know that my person is out there because I feel it in my being, and I'm not going to disservice my future relationship by having randoms in that place, because what I do have in my future is very valuable and I want to secure it in the now. I don't have enough like energy and good job. I was just about to come wake you up. Super good job. Are you already dressed? Is that what you're wearing? Okay, tell me when you're done and then I'll do your hair. I'll hop off of here and do your hair. I'm gonna try to cash up. Huh, baby?
You fixed my necklace.
Who? Me? Did I? I didn't even know it was broken, so I'm happy.
Necklace.
Oh, yes, I did fix your necklace. I cash up you my info when you was dealing with little man so I can get the drawing my daughter said. Yes, baby?
Is there anything you don't want, like maybe like not very used? Because we have an auction and there's like we could just get it there.
Is the auction today?
Yeah.
I have some of those hair clips like that.
I guess yeah.
Okay, let me go do that. This September is my second Comic-Con this year, and I've already got my customer. Trey, I really want to hear about that. I really do, but I gotta run. So I'm gonna try to catch up real quick. I'm a Cancer. That's so funny. Who guessed what I was? That's hilarious. Weird, Westy. Weird questions. Problem is how one deals with past baggage, leave it at the door in a house. You have to unravel it and you have to keep it safe and not share it with everybody. You have to keep it safe until you do meet that person to unravel it. The weather, let me look it up. Well, I'm not catching up on this chat, it looks like. So, you guys, I will see you on the next live. It's been great. It's been fun. Thank you so much for all the time. YouTube, hurry up and monetize. Thanks, Dodge. I love you guys. 111 likes. Those are angel numbers. Bye.